Hello, greetings everybody. I want to welcome you all here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of the show. So today we're doing a look back at a classic rock album, which is the show I do Monday nights, which I choose an album that is at least 15 years or greater older and is, like, to me, at least a 2.5 or more better. Fantastic album, I think. The album that we're doing today is Neil Young's Ragged Glory, as you see it here. It's actually amply named album. A lot of that stuff that they do with Crazy Horse is raunchier, heavier, beefier, catchier, hard rock, more hard rockish than some of his own stuff where it's just him and whoever he hires as musicians for the album. So this one was released September the 10th, 1990, Plywood Digital Studios in Woodside, California. It's about 62, almost 63 minutes in length, on the Reprise label, and produced by Neil Young and David Briggs. So on the album, of course, we've got Neil Young on guitar and vocals. You have Frank Poncho Sam Pedro, on guitar and vocals, Billy Talbot on bass and vocals, and Ralph Molina on drums and vocals. So there are 10 tracks in total. The overall feel is just what I said, very heavy, very raunchy, lots of distortion, lots of catchy, distorted riffs, lots of solos that are very distorted, and of course you've got Neil Young's voice, which is heavier, raspier, beefier, if you want to call a voice beefier. Really catchy album. So I'm just going to go over the tracks briefly. So you got Country Home. This one got a bit of a country flavor to it, but really good. Lots of distorted raw guitar on this as well. Got a pretty heavy rhythm section too as well. This particular track is typical of Neil Young when he's doing that hard part. And to be honest with you, I think the whole album is like that. There's not really anything that's more ballad-like or mild at all. It's all pretty much the same. Next song owned is White Line, another heavy, distorted, melodic track. Then you've got some good backing vocals on this track as well. The next song is called Fucked Up, which is heavy drum. It's got a nice heavy drum opening along with the distorted guitar part. It's kind of catchy, nice hooks, and very heavy distortion throughout this entire track, as well as the solo. Over and Over is probably the most famous song on here, or I don't know if it's famous, it's probably not the word. The most well-known or most memorable track on the album. It's pretty long too. It's like almost 8.5 minutes long. Heavy, catchy track. Some nice vocal parts here as well. Lots of nice hooks and riffs throughout this track. And yeah, just a really memorable song. Once you hear it, you'll know exactly what I'm saying. Love to Burn is the next track, one of the two long songs on the album, over 10 minutes long. Another heavy, melodic, distorted track. The solo is kind of like got that picky flavor to it. Vocals are typical of him. Strong, memorable, recognizable. The solo is distorted, raw, loud, catchy, lots of hooks. Next track is Farmer John. This one, I don't like this song as much as some of the other songs, but it is kind of a memorable track, so I want to say a little bit about it. Heavy distortion, very raw, loud guitar sounds, a melodic, heavy track. The solo is raunchy as hell. Yeah, just really good. Next up is Mansion on the Hill. It's got a nice voice part at the beginning, some heavy distorted guitar parts, as it is throughout the entire album. Typical vocals, and the solo is a bit more meaty, but a little bit beefy solo. Next is Days That Used to Be. This is the shortest track on the album. Another heavy, raunchy, guitar-driven track. No doubt about it. The vocals are typical. he does use a bit more of a raunchy voice on this one, if you can imagine that. It's nice picky like guitar solo as well. Then we get to the longest track on the album, which is Love and Only Love. This one is another kind of a memorable track. Most people remember the vocals when they hear this. It's got heavy guitar, but it's a bit more of a mild intro. It's not as heavy as some of the other tracks on the intro part anyways. The solo is kind of screechy and distorted though, which really affects where the song goes from there on in. Nice heavy melodic track. Neil's voice is more in the high range on this than it is on any other track on the album, in my opinion. And it's the solo again, another kind of picky, distorted track solo. And then it ends off with Mother Earth, Natural Anthem, very heavy track. Lots of that kind of raunchy vocals, but some harmonic stuff on here as well. And the solo is very distorted, one of the more distorted solos on it. I like this album. I think it's good. It is well within that. If you like Rust Never Sleeps album, you'll like this one. This one's a little heavier, a little bit more beefy than that album. Maybe not as many catchy or well-known tracks on this one as there is on that one, but still a really solid album. I tend to like a lot of the stuff that he does with Crazy Horse. Sorry, I was drawing a blank there for a second. Yeah, I tend to like it. He's got about 14 or 15 albums with them, and most of them are kind of in this range, this sound, and I kind of like that part. I do like his acoustic stuff that he does with just him as well. Very different sounds, both of the kind of groups of albums there. They seem to be a little bit more countryish, a little bit more pastoral, where these ones have a lot more of a rocky sound to them. So I tend to like both for different reasons, but this one definitely falls in that rocky range. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. And if you want to make any comments about this album, Ragged Glory from Neil Young and Crazy Horse, you can do that. Or if you want, you can talk about his music in general. Some people really like Neil Young. I tend to be in that camp. Some people kind of put him with Bob Dylan and they don't really like his voice. I don't tend to be like that. I don't put him with Bob Dylan. Anyways, take care. Have yourself a good evening. And goodbye here from the Prog Monster.